Welcome to Aberdare Park. And this weekend I'm making my racing debut here on the factory Suzuki Racing by 44 Teeth GSXR 125. 15 horsepower has never been so fun. Let's go racing.
Once a year, the sleepy town of Aberdare in South Wales becomes a unique road racing venue. The park, usually reserved for wildlife, dog walking and underage drinking, is transformed into a circuit with the help of 11,000 straw bales and the club's hearty committee members. The meeting attracts everyone from ex-MotoGP riders to amateur locals, plus an onslaught of spectators who can enjoy very intimate racing from the sidelines and a few wrap burgers. Unfortunately, the Welsh weather gods weren't on our side this weekend. Heavy rain leading up to the event had turned the paddock into a quagmire, and this was my first experience of proper field-based road racing. It's safe to say I wasn't prepared, but that didn't stop a weekend of epic racing.
Chris Burns is here, off of MotoGP back in the noughties, and this is his second ever road race because he switched to road racing. Sure, he's loving this mud, my baby. Oh my god. Oh. So this is where we were parked last night. We were going to be with the factory JHS and Paul Jinks racing crew, which leads straight to, that's the sort of gravel track down to the holding area. But it was so muddy. We were going to park there. Anyway, Bono arrived. We all arrived early. We all arrived at like the, in the day, ready to set up, all keen. Bono arrived at midnight, and he's got a place in the hard standing. So we're just going to transfer the whole lot over. Look at this, lovely tarmac. Bono managed to get in here, and so we bolted our awning on the back because he's got the factory racing, JHS racing, super twin or ultra twin there, and his 400, which we're going to ride hopefully at some point. That is pure sexery soon. And just around the corner here, we've been rescued from the mud, and there she is, sports fans. There she is. Well, that's practice and qualifying done. I've got to say, it's hilarious. It's raining, it's miserable, but I may have the smallest bike and the slowest bike, one of the slowest bikes in the paddock, but I'm having the most fun. This place is unreal. It's completely unique. It's sort of halfway between a short circuit race because you can see through the corners, but yet you've got these trees, and I can't get them out of my head. Out in the Isle of Man and road racing, you don't notice. The bits go past you. People say, oh, do you notice that? And the walls, and you don't notice it because you're just taking it in and absorbing it. But this, I just can't get the trees out of my head. It's so bizarre. But yeah, we followed Matt Rees in the newcomers laps, and I was just sort of getting used to the track and finding my flow, and eventually got into a rhythm, felt pretty good. Just bonkers. Like I said, even on this thing. But we've got 15 horsepower now, 15 great British horsepowers, thanks to a new exhaust and a power commander, so it's a little bit quicker. And we're on par there or thereabouts with the 50s, but in that newcomers outing, it was just a bit of a sausage fest because all the other bikes, there was no other 50s or 125s out there. They were all big 600s or super twins or something, so didn't really kind of get a gauge. But qualifying then was really, really good fun. Qualified 5th overall and first free tech bike, first 4-stroke 125. So I'm really happy, just baby steps. I've got to wind it in. It's only 15 horsepower, but those trees don't care. They don't mind if it's 15 or 115. So yeah, but yeah, loving it, loving life. Now we've got race 1 coming up in a minute, so let's go racing.
So here we are at the start. I'm absolutely bricking it, waiting for the lights to go out, and they're out. Pretty good start actually. No one's come past me yet. And there is Will in front in his red and white leathers on his very fast 50. Not quite as fast as the mighty GSXR 125 though, off the start. Just about to tip into turn 1, I can hear Will, there he is. At this point I just think, well, I'll just follow him for a bit. There he is, ripping some tape off the radiator off his fickle 50. And I just have to watch him disappear. Those front 3 guys have been here before and I haven't, so I'm just treading carefully at the moment. and that really was about as exciting as it got. So I brought it home for 4th overall and 1st in class. I was happy with that.
It's drawing up, so we might put the VO2 slicks on. Just give it a bit of a clean off. Getting rid of the mud. Oh, and the Northovers have joined us, our arch rivals. From what's the channel called? Biker Babes. Biker Babes, yeah.
They were on mate 4.14.com.
Yeah. He's on a lovely Honda 400.
So here we are lining up for race 2. Not quite dry enough for slicks yet, but another good start. And edging past, can I get past him? No, not quite. There's Will. Another dodgy start for Will. The two-stroke must be playing up. And I thought, right, okay, I'm waiting for him to cut the inside. I'm waiting, but I've got to obviously just cover my line a bit. No chance, mate. You're not getting under there. And now it's head down, bum up, get everything behind that screen, all the limbs in, and get a run up the hill. And I've got a decent run up the hill. But I don't know, I thought I can hear Will again. I can hear his two-stroke. And sure enough, there's Will. Oh, the blighter. And there he is. But he is fresh from racing another 4 classes, so he knows the circuit, he knows the track conditions, etc. So I'm just making more excuses. And from here on in, I'm thinking, right, I've just got to follow it. I'm not letting these guys away. A little bit dry, like I said, so I'm feeling more confident in the bike. And the bike's feeling good. This section of the track is so tricky in the sketchy conditions. I haven't currently got the balls to take this bit flat out, and I should do. I just edging the throttle off a bit, my head saying roll off a bit, and to be honest with you, it helps the bike turn, but onto the straight, and Will using every single bit of the track and a bit more to weigh up and move on the outside, but no, he's off to the inside now, right up the inside, have some of that. Got a pretty decent drive up the hill, staying with him, and again my focus is just staying with him and learning a bit more about the track and race etiquette around here. So they're still in sight. Just keep him there, onto my worst bit of the track. Oh no, the 50's bogging, something's wrong with it. Probably nipped a ring or something, but there you go. Oh, Will's getting away. And there's me thinking I'm going to have a relatively easy and lonely race, but oh no, who's this? Another bloody two-stroke up the inside, so, right, you're not getting away, pal, I'm just going to stick with you now. But his bike is quick, those little two-strokes are proper race thoroughbred machines, weigh nothing. Pilot probably weighs less than me as well, so again, another excuse there. And he's just edging away. I'm thinking, no, mate, no way. So a lap later, back on the same part of the section, he makes a little mistake. So I'm thinking, right, should I look up the inside? Should I look at the inside? Oh no, this is not the corners to be doing that. No, just focus on getting a drive down the straight, because I know I'm good at the end of the straight. The speed of the 4-stroke, top speed of the 4-stroke is pretty good. Don't even need slipstream. See you later, buddy. Oh no, oh, it's picked up a bit. But yeah, I know I'm good into turn 1, so have some of that. On the brake, close the door. Lovely. He's still there though, no getting away. So I was just focused on just trying to run my lines and be smooth. All I've got to do now is the last lap, just keep it pinned, the run to the line. Have I done enough? Oh yes, lovely. And of course, a nice gentlemanly handshake at the end. Well done, mate, well done.
Does this blue clash with this blue? Is it bad? Bad? Anyway, cheers all. I survived another one. Survived a day here at Aberdare Park, and I've just come to the conclusion that racing here in the wet is all about unfeasibly large testicles. And my testicles have slowly been growing bigger throughout the day. Not to the required size at the moment, but I think the most important thing is we ride bikes and we race to have fun. That's where we all started out, and I've genuinely had the most fun again riding this little bike. It's been so good. In that last race then, I just learned to let the brakes off and let the bike roll into the corner with more corner speed and lean it over a bit more, and I went much faster, finished 4th and 1st in class again, so gutted I'm not on the podium as such, but it's been a day of learning and a day of smiling, and I've had I've had a lot of fun doing it. So have a few more of these, a couple of dirty rat burgers, and might even clean the old girl. Mañana.
So lining up for race 3 then, the first on Sunday. It rained overnight again, so the track conditions are pretty sketchy again. Lights go out, and I thought, right, got another decent start, up to 3rd place. And there's Will. He's obviously been up all night prepping that 50, because while we were partying, he was sorting the jetting, and that's obviously worked because he's got away. First time he's led me going into turn 1. And unfortunately, there was me thinking, well, nice, safe 3rd place. But a lap later, I can hear another bloody 2-stroke, and this time it's matey boy, no idea of his name. And that was pretty much it. I was thinking, right, well, he's obviously way faster than me. He was the guy who finished 2nd in both races yesterday, and I just watched him pull away, sadly. So nothing I could do about that. Once again, I brought it home in 4th place overall, 1st in class. But don't worry, the race of the weekend was about to come up. So it's the 4th and final race of the weekend, and it's drying out lovely. Still not quite dry enough for slicks. Don't want to take the risk, still with a few damp patches, and these little bikes don't chew up the tyres so much, so we kept with the wets. And again, another trademark banger of a start there. I'm thinking, right, okay, I've got Will, this is good, this is good. Up to 3rd place, lovely. Oh no, another one comes past, but this time I got Will hung dry into turn 1. Again, a decent drive up the hill. And there's Will. I can hear him, I can feel him coming. Up into brakes into the trees, into the complex section. But no, mate, I just let the brakes off a little bit and let the bike roll into a corner and holding 4th position. Still a bit damp under the trees, still a bit sketchy, still don't know what to do really. But I can see these guys getting away slightly in front, and to be honest with you, all I could think about was just holding off Will. So coming to start finish straight, should be flat here, but I just stupidly let off. But I'm in 6th gear, the gearing's completely changed because it's dry now, we're carrying so much more speed. I'm just clipping the limiter. The suspension feels soft, the gearing feels wrong now, but again, defensive into turn 1, stop Will. Onto the start finish straight, cheeky look around. Oh, just that one little error has cost me. He gives me a cheeky little look as well, the blighter. But I tell you what, now I am following him, and no matter what happens, although this is a road race and it's dangerous, no matter what happens, I am going to finish ahead of him. I've got my kids down here watching me. They're just up here on the right hand side, I can almost hear them, and I don't want them to go to school on Monday disappointed with daddy. So I can see Will's riding defensive. I know I've got him. Got him inside his head, and again he's edging away from me on the start finish straight, so probably no chance to get him onto this into turn 1 up here. But again, slipstream is so important on these little bikes. Every single mile an hour helps, so everything's tucked in. But again, I feel good going into turn 1. Brilliant drive up the hill. I was thinking, right, this is it now. I want to tee him up. But then again, he is very strong on the brakes here. Shall I do it now? Shall I do it now? Oh, I probably could have done, but we probably would have ended up in the trees down there, making friends with some ducks and swans, which isn't good. Again, same part of the track, the next lap. Got another brilliant drive up the hill. Don't need the slipstream, just square up the corner a bit. And there it is, sports fans. Have some of that, Will. You're not coming through here, mate. Sorry, you can see the disappointment on his face. He's crying inside that helmet. And from here on in, I've just got to ride defensively, but not too defensively, because I can't afford to sacrifice drive. Hold it tight into here. And now I'm just starting to get this section right and just about flat out. What's Will got? It's the last lap now. It's all or nothing. He's looking good. And he tries to lean on me. But I tell you what, I'm not having any of it. Let the brakes go. Let it roll into the corner. Oh, and he's onto the damp stuff. Incidentally, Will is on slick, so He's probably had a little bit of poo come out of his pants then. There it is, onto the final few corners. Just keep it smooth. I thought, right, I've got to have done enough, but there's always a chance of Will getting me before the line. Quick look behind. I've done it. Beaten Master Holland. Well done, Will. Great race, mate, great race. And that was a banger.
I've nicked Fagan's camera because he's trying to tell me that he's an athlete and he's a racer, and what he's gonna do now is he's gonna disappear to his van and wipe the sweat off his head before he says anything to you. So I just want this on camera, on record, the state of this athlete.
I'm an international, what is it? An international elite athlete.
You are.
So,
and this is a 125, mate. In all seriousness, fair play, man.
good weekend.
Massive thank you to James at JHS and everyone who helped me over the weekend. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I did racing. I'm certainly going back in 2022.